You know what you should do? You should follow me on Twitter at Bromo018. Link in the description. Do it now. Welcome back, everybody. Here we go again. Had a couple of weeks off this series due to E3, but finally we are back. It is the Ajax career mode on FIFA 19, episode 49. I'm tempted to say I should have checked this before. That was my bad. And as I say, we've had a couple of weeks off as we've been covering E3, and I did notify that on my community tab. So if you didn't see that, I do apologise. Just so many videos to get out that we couldn't get all of them on all fronts out at once, so I had to sort of prioritise, and with it being E3 I just felt we needed to really get those videos out first as we looked ahead to the new games. But now we are back, and if you're a fairly new subscriber amongst those that came along for E3 and you just joined us here, don't worry, you can we're currently in season 3. You don't have to go back and watch from the very start if you don't want to. I would say perhaps go back to the start of season 3, only about 3 episodes ago. This only, like, I would say the 4th or 5th episode into season 3. So I'd certainly advise you go back and check that one first and go through, and just so you know what's happening in terms of the league table. We're going to do a little recap anyway, as we're going to try and do longer episodes now in this series. Let's try and fit more content in. Let's really get into the momentum and the flow of the season now, and try and get as much games in as possible. So this is the Champions League, and there'll be the first game of the series. Well, the episode today will be in the Champions League, and this is how the table currently looks. 7 points. I have a possible 9, 2 wins and 1 draw. Draw coming against Atletico Madrid, 3-3 it was. It was a really good game, and that's actually the only point they've picked up so far in the Champions League, so they've got a lot to do ahead of the final 3 games. Schalke currently in 2nd place, probably playing them today, as well as Shakhtar Donetsk, who are in 3rd. We are definitely playing them today. We've got them next. So this is how the Champions League table looks anyway. And if we move on to the Eredivisie, almost a perfect start. 10 wins and 1 draw out of 11 games. Yet to currently lose. Only 6 goals conceded. And I'm actually going to start simming some more games. People have said, we've been messing with the structure a lot in this series and doing all sorts. But the reason I'm going to sim more games is really because it's just going to make it more challenging. Because obviously I'm winning almost every game, and I've messed with the sliders as well. We've currently got sliders to make it more, not only more realistic, but more challenging for me as well. And it's it doesn't seem to have had quite that effect. So when you sim more games, the chances are you are more likely to lose, although obviously it's not impossible. So we're gonna see how that one sort of pans out, and see how it goes. So that's another part of the reason why we're gonna have so many games today. So if we have a look in the calendar, I was actually going to play the Willem game. I was going to sim the Shakhtar game, play the Willem game, and then sim AZ Alkmaar and play Schalke. But we're actually going to switch it up a little bit, because AZ Alkmaar are actually 2nd. So that's going to be a big game. So we definitely want to play that one. And I think we want to play Schalke as well, as that could be about qualification. So we're going to see. So I think we're going to sim the Shakhtar and the Willem game, play AZ and Schalke. This is subject to change, by the way, and then we'll see what it's looking like for the games ahead. So yeah, first of all, let's switch on to the game. We've got Shakhtar Donetsk away, and this is the team I've decided to go with. Anana, Schurz and Van den Berg at the back, Vindel and Mats Raui, Mike Peters in holding midfield, Dusan Tadic and Hakim Ziyech in centre mid, and Hassani Bandai, Danjuma Grunewald and Yusuf Poulsen. As you can see, a lot of players a little bit tired, so we've had to make a lot of rotation, and that's really the main reason. So yeah, we're going to sim this one today and see how it goes. Hopefully we don't pick up many injuries, although that is part of the sliders as well, increasing the injury frequency, because we've just been getting next to none. So we'll see how that goes. It's a 2-0 win in the end, and our out Danjuma Grunewald gets 2 goals on the score sheet, so pleased with that one. And qualification is looking ever increasingly likely. And we're going to have a look. Vindel thanks me for his opportunities. So we'll simulate to the Willem game, and then we're going to take a look at the Champions League table and see what that shapes up. Of course, Schalke would have faced Atletico Madrid in the other game. So let's have a look at how those two got on and see if it influences at all where we are in the group. So we're 6 points clear. Atletico Madrid did beat Schalke, so that is very important. It means that 1 point will see us qualify for the next round, for the knockout stages, and we do have Schalke next to a second. We can do Atletico Madrid a big favour, so we'll see how that one goes. I think we are going to play that game, see if we can guarantee ourselves qualification for that group as we take a look at international duty. A lot of players on international duty, not quite as much as usual. Holland having the most features there. Thought there might be more, to be honest, but that's absolutely fine. We've got one more game to go before international break takes part. So let's have a look here. We've got the Willem game. We're going to make a couple of changes. Let's have a look. I think Daley Blind can come in for Per Schurz. Actually, no, we'll bring Van Jongelen in for Per Schurz. Actually, no, Van der Berg. And then Tyne Koopmeiners can come in. Tadic looking a little bit tired. So we'll bring Koopmeiners on. We'll swap them two around. Mara and Bawadu still a little bit tired. El Shaarawy, though, he's looking okay. He can come back in. Tagliafico as well. He can come back in. We'll put Fosu-Mensah on the bench. Van der Beek on for Tadic. Van der Beek, should I say. Do we go with that? That is the question. David Neres not playing in 2 games in a row. That is very unlike him in this career mode. Yeah, I think we're going to go with that, to be honest. No need to risk too much injury at the moment, with international break coming as well. So we'll sim this game and see where we go. I actually thought Willem had a really good start, but perhaps they've sort of dropped off. 3 draws in the past 3 games, and it's showing there. Another 2-0 win. It's a good win. El Shaarawy and Danjuma Groeneveld on the score sheet yet again. So that's really pleasing to see as we have a look at what the table's saying now. AZ didn't play, actually. They're still to play, so I thought we'd gone 6 points clear with us both playing them, but we'll see how this one goes as I do training. Just having a look at training here, really trying to push Mike Peters, as you can see, and the reason being is that, you know, he needs to step up now with De Jong leaving in the previous transfer window. He needs to step up, and we need to get him up as soon as possible. And then as soon as we get him up to decent, we're not looking at overall, we're looking at more his personal range, things like stamina. Want to increase that a bit. The likes of marking, his passing is quite good now, his short pass and long pass. So you know, we got that to a point where we're pleased, we're fine with that. So I think really just defensive and a bit more stamina, dribbling as well. We want to try and really make him exactly like Frenkie de Jong as much as we possibly can. We want it to be a like for like replacement, and that's why we're really trying to push him at the moment, and see how it goes. And then once we get into a decent level, and you know, at a point where we can say, you know, he's really filling in that gap now, then we can focus on other players. So stopped just before the AZ game so we can you know, fit in another round of training as likes of Voss and Svensson increase their stamina. And then we're moving on to the AZ Alkmaar game. AZ actually drew their game in hand, so it's 5 points now the difference, and PSV, who have played before us, go within 3 points as they win their game. So it's looking decent, and if AZ do manage to beat us today, it will surely you know, really open up the title race. So we're going to play this one finally. So let's have a look here what we've got. So I think Fosu-Mensah can come in and we can get the usual partnership back, Van Jongelen and Fosu-Mensah. Hakimi can come back in. Tagliafico can remain. Donny van der Beek, I think we can bring him in for Ziyech and he can go there. David Neres, of course. Danjuma Groeneveld has actually been playing really well in the games we've been simulating. Of course, he scored 3 in 2. So he can come in. El Shaarawy will drop to the bench. Mara and Bawadu will come on for Yusuf Poulsen as well. Looking at the bench here, not too much we really need to do. Perhaps Tadic in for Mike Voss. Always a great option to have. Really started to play well in this last season or two. And you know, I think the league table, I say the team lineup is looking good there. Certainly probably our best lineup in terms of the team that I would personally play. In terms of ratings, obviously not. You'd have the likes of Ziyech in there and El Shaarawy, etc., Poulsen. But in terms of the lineup I would pick off the bat, that is probably the one that that I'd usually go with. So maybe Ziyech in for Van der Beek, I don't know. We're really trying to fit him into this more creative role at the moment. Usually across his career, he's played that more box-to-box role. I think he can do a job in this advanced playmaker role purely because Tyne Coman is so good as a box-to-box player, as he, of course, is playing against his former team today, as are a couple more, and Bawadu as well. And Vindal, who is on the bench, probably won't feature, but we'll see. Yeah, that's really all there is to it. Other than let's begin the game now. So, without further ado, let's start first versus third. Ajax travel to AZ Alkmaar.
Hi there again, everybody. Martin Tyler along with Alan Smith for your commentary today on this match, which is going to have an extra factor to it. The heavy rain that's been falling.
Yeah, the ball is going to skid across the surface. I did used to like these kind of conditions because you get one or two mistakes. If you're on your toes, there's one or two goals about for strikers.
The visiting team have been undoubtedly the best defensive team in the division, but that defence will be put to the test here.
Well, they've got some good individuals at the back, and they've also got great understanding across that back line.
Right, kick-off then. Interesting that you just saw AZ Alkmaar actually have the second best defensive record in the league. So the stats say we're not looking too many goals today, but hopefully we can affect that.
4-3-3. Chance to get the ball in the box.
Anana wins. Can we counter quite quickly now? Oh, he's giving the ball away. And he's going to try and dink it in. That was close. A little bit too close for comfort. And it's a dodgy mistake. Didn't want him to roll out. Wanted him to throw it over the top. Van der Beek, Peters. Looking to isolate the player one-on-one. No, doesn't quite have that ability yet. Fosu meant to come in across. It's well won. Van Jonglin, Peters. Good play. Bawadu sends through David Neres, and he's one-on-one here. Good finish, and Ajax take the lead early on, just before the 20th minute. First real attempt on goal, and it's a brilliant finish by David Neres. A well-worked goal. That's the sort of philosophy that we're looking for, and it's well into place there as Ajax take an early lead. And this is the build-up we're looking at. One-touch stuff, really. Mike Peters sets away the attack. Bawadu, he's got that brilliant run of David Neres, comes inside, and Neres, on his stronger foot, is able to just slide in between the defender's legs, and he makes it 1-0. It's a fairly deserved start, to be fair. Not too much in the game, but we've had a lion's share of possession, and we've made it count finally. 1-0.
Has opened the scoring. 1-0 here. Davis.
Get out to him. Oh, it's bouncing around. I don't think Anana knew too much about that. He's going to play it out. Groeneveld can't get the pass away in time. Drops out to him. Oh, that's a good effort. Looks a little bit dodgy at the back then. Just need to wake up a little bit.
It's to be played then. Added time.
Coman is going to look for Bawadu. It's a good ball. Good run for Moran Bawadu. And he's creating himself a good opportunity. He goes outside. Groeneveld on the rebound. Keeper can't keep it out this time. Stroke of half-time. Ajax make it 2-0. Arnaut Danjuma Groeneveld makes it 4-3. He's scored a goal in every game so far this episode, and he retains that record yet again. Lovely build-up play. Don't know how the ball managed to find its way through to Bawadu originally, but it was a good ball. And he turns inside, cuts inside. Wanted him to go with his left, but he shoots with the outside of his right foot. Keeper pulls off a good save, but he doesn't get enough help from his defenders that time around. And Groeneveld, who is in a great position to anticipate that rebound, is there, and he can nod it into an open net. No mistaking that one. And he makes it 2-0 to Ajax. AZ just could not hold out. They had a chance or two to make it, to level it in time for half-time, but they do not manage to, and we make them pay. Half-time now as the referee blows his whistle, and it's a good good first half for us indeed. There's not perfect though, there's certainly room for improvement. As you can see there, they've had chances, they've had the lion's share of possession actually, which is a little bit of surprise. But so far so good, we've been clinical, and that is the most important thing. 2-0. Won well, and now can we play it out? Peter's got a little bit of space to storm into. Got options either side, but Wadu's trying to run through the middle. Groeneveld's going outside. He'll go to Groeneveld, and this is a great opportunity for me now. Groeneveld, he's going to go on his own. Good finish. 3-0. Arnaud Danjuma. Groeneveld gets his second of the game. 5 in 3. And as he runs over to the travelling Ajax fans, we have really entered the driving seat now. AZ Alkmaar do not have an answer for this. It's a great breakaway, and Groeneveld goes with an odd finish, to be fair. Uses the outside of his foot to go near post. It's not really what I wanted him to do. Wanted him to curl it on the outside, finesse it into the far corner, lower corner, but he does something different, and it works. And that's the most important thing. 4 goals in the league only this season. Bear in mind that he has been in and out due to El Shaarawy getting quite a lot of chances. On that note, I think we may as well make a couple of substitutions. Take David Neres off. We want him fresh for the game on Thursday against Schalke. Looking elsewhere, we're also going to bring on Hakim Ziyech and take off, I think, Donny van der Beek. Actually, no, we'll take off Koeman's. We'll swap Ziyech and van der Beek around. Put van der Beek into that more box-to-box role. And you know what? I think we'll bring Tadic on and put him on for Moran Bawadu and put him into that false 9 role. He hasn't played that too much this save, really. But, you know, he's certainly good there. So let's give him a shot there.
On their game today, the other very off colour. Read the intentions of the opposition there.
Osimhen intercepts well. Going to El Shaarawy. El Shaarawy.
2 players are warming up.
Van der Beek.
We'll see who comes
Can he
off.
shield him off? Yes, he can. Van der Beek's going to look for El Shaarawy now, and he's got runners in. He's got Tadic. Tadic will lay it off. Ziyech. Oh my word, how has he missed? It is a terrible miss from Hakim Ziyech. It was his first touch of the game as well. What an introduction it would have been. Brilliant break attack. The 3 subs linking up well. El Shaarawy, Tadic and Ziyech. But he has missed an absolute sitter, and he has to do better there.
Kicking the ball around well.
Yeah, there's always been an option for the player in position.
Oh, he's giving it to Tadic, who's got a little bit of space. Tadic, it's great skill. Go for goal. Good save from the keeper. And it's a corner. Dusan Tadic having a decent impact in a few minutes he's been on since being subbed on. And he forces a great save from the keeper, actually. Certainly going in.
Could get his cross in now. El Shaarawy.
We're going to try and pass it out now. Tadic. Can he lay it off? Yes, he certainly can. He'll have options either side now. Going to look for Ziyech. Ziyech got one more in Groeneveld. Groeneveld comes onto his right. He'll come inside. Van der Beek offloaded it to Ziyech. Whipped far post. El Shaarawy. What a goal that is. That is fantastic build-up play. A real Ajax goal indeed. The philosophy in place. That is brilliant. Prime example of it. And Stefan El Shaarawy comes off the bench to make an impact. What an impact, actually. All 3 substitutions have had. But look at this for build-up play. It is fantastic stuff. One touch. Really, really impressive. And a good header as well from Stefan El Shaarawy to finish off that attacking move as well. Alphonso Davies, who's actually playing, I'm guessing he's on loan. He can't keep up with him there, and he can't deal with it. Keeper can't get across his goal. And it's 4-0. Resounding victory for us. Real commanding performance. And, you know, really pleased with how this has gone today.
Really being torn apart. Sometimes being a favourite in a match can weigh heavily, expectation and all that.
Well, there's full time then. 4-0 in the end. A good victory. Solid performance. And some real good goals as well. Impressive stuff. And it's certainly encouraging for things to go. But again, as you guys see, you know, sort of part of the reason why I want to simulate more games, it's because we just played 3rd position and we smashed them 4-0. So, you know, it's one of them. It's one of them. We just want it to be a bit more challenging. So we're going to see how it goes anyway. Next up, though, hopefully we can take this momentum into the Schalke game, and we can win qualification to the knockout stage with just a draw. So yeah, let's see how this one goes for sure. As I'm going to do training now, I'm going to have a look at the team, and then I will be back with you guys to give you the information. So welcome back, everyone. We are on the day of the Schalke game now. Can we earn qualification through to the knockout stages with just a point? Let's find out. First of all, though, let me show you the team. Quite a few changes. Of course, we like to rotate as much as possible, purely for not only giving players opportunities, but also because of stamina issues as well. And we do have a couple of them. The likes of Arnaud Danjuma, Groenewald, unfortunately not in the team because of that. Same with Van Drongelen, Van der Beek, Hakimi, etc. So this is what we've gone with. Per Schurz comes into centre-back to pardon Fosu Mensah. Matsraoui replaces Achraf Hakimi. Elsewhere, Mike Peters and Tagliafico remain in the team. Hakim Ziyech comes in because he played quite well in the previous game, despite that terrible miss, which we won't talk about ever again after this. And then Tadic comes into the false 9 position. David Neres retains his place. Of course, we took him off quite early to save him for this game. And Stefan El Shaarawy comes in. He, of course, scored as well in the last game. So quite tough on leaving certain players out, but we've got to do what we've got to do for the sake of stamina. So, yeah, this is the lineup that we're going to go with. Atletico Madrid have to keep their qualification hopes alive with a win against Shakhtar Donetsk. Likewise with Donetsk as well. Quite a tight group for the rest of them. It's anyone's really for the taking in terms of qualification. So we'll see how it goes as we have an away trip to the Veltins Arena. So without further ado, let's begin the second full game of the episode.
They know what's at stake. Just a point required to guarantee their passage through to the knockout stages. We'll have it live on EA TV. A stadium that is always full of sound and atmosphere. The home of Schalke here in Gelsenkirchen. I'm Derek Ray. With me for commentary is Lee Dixon. And we've got Champions League group stage action to look forward to. It's Schalke up against Ajax.
Thank you, Derek. Well, it's the sort of position the visitors would have seen themselves in. Could qualify for the knockout stages tonight. Will it all go well for them tonight? We're just about to find out. Should be a cracker.
Schalke will begin the game. Looks as though they're going with the belt and braces approach.
Yeah, 5-3-2 or 3-5-2. The midfield will be flooded when they've got the ball. Defensively, those fullbacks will be asked to supply support to their 3 centre-backs, but it does enable you to play 2 strikers up front.
Right, away we go then, guys. Just having a look at those lineups. Certainly looks like Schalke are going to try and crowd out of the middle, and as a result, with them only playing wing backs, I think we can definitely look to get at them on the wing. So let's see how that one plays out. Tadic sends a great ball through to Neres early on. Oh, Jesus, just mistimes that completely. What a goal that would have been. What a start. Neres comes inside, Koeman's. Koeman to Peters. He'll have a go. Oh my word, what a finish that is. Mike Peters out of nowhere on his weaker foot. Rifles it in. 20 minutes gone or thereabouts, and Ajax take the lead. And what a way it is to take the lead. Mike Peters out of nowhere. Koeman has lays it off to him, and he's about, what, 25 yards out maybe. And he just decides to have a pop on his left foot, and the keeper is not getting anywhere near that. What a brilliant strike that is, as far into the corner of the goal as he could have got it without it just missing the target overall. And it is a brilliant, brilliant strike. Mike Peters gets his Champions League goal scoring campaign underway, and it's a fantastic way to do that. Out of nowhere, Ajax lead Schalke at the Veltins Arena, and as it stands, we are qualifying for the knockout stages.
And now Rudy.
Gonna look to try and feed it through the middle. Tagliafico to get out. Chers heads that way well. Can Ziyech get there first? Yes, he can. That's good awareness. And Hakim Ziyech can go now. Tadic need a run. Don't get it from him. We got it from Koeman as though. Peters running onto it. That's got to be a foul. Referee doesn't give it. And that is a bad, bad decision. Mike Peters somehow still has the ball though. And he's still got the ball and he's going to whip it in. And Neres is there. What a save. Lively phase of play there that was. And it's a brilliant save from the goalkeeper. David Neres finds himself on the end of it. And the keeper makes a good save. It bounces as well underneath his elbow. And almost just finds its way into the net. But it will go out for a corner. Koeman's good touch. Tadic. El Shaarawy. Overlapping Tagliafico, who's going to look to drive it in.
Textbook defending inside the box. Thunder's clear. Well, the counter chance looks very real.
Oh, it's a good ball, and Abubakar finds himself onto it. Oh, it's poor from Fosu Mensah. Good save from Onana. And he could have just saved our blushes there before half-time. Schalke do have a corner though. They'll whip it in. Header. Oh, just over the bar. They could have and should have scored perhaps. I think that might be Dejan Lovren actually. I swear he was actually playing, which is a strange one indeed. But hopefully we've just managed to rescue it before half-time and keep our lead. Yes, we have. Half-time then. 1-0 currently. We played well. Could have scored another one. Maybe should have, as should have Schalke as well. They've had a couple of decent chances, and they'll also be disappointed. But looking at it, so far so good. Mike Peters is the difference maker at the moment. We have a quick look at the stats, see what it is. Thought we'd had more possession than that. There's got to be something wrong with this, because I feel like we've really been in control for a lot of it. We've had 7 shots as well. So certainly promising signs at the moment. Let's see if we can improve on that in the second half though.
And it's with McKennie. And Kevin Volland.
Oh, he's hit the post out of nowhere. I did not expect him to get a shot away. It's Kevin Volland with that, and that was really close indeed. And Arna wasn't getting to that. There's Fosu Mensah storming out from the back now. And look for David Neres. He's got options. In fact, El Shaarawy is peeled away at the back post. He can't get it to him. Wow, that was close.
It's with Hakim Ziyech.
Ziyech, Matraoui. Got options in the box, but again, I don't want to go with a high cross here as he looks to drive it across. Koeman just wide in the end, but as I was saying, I don't want to really send in a high cross. They've got 3 centre-backs. We've only got Tadic as our forward, and then El Shaarawy and Neres as well coming in. I don't think that would be the wise option when they've crowded out the box. We're going to lose the aerial battles. We need to be a little bit more intelligent about it.
Here is Omar Mascarell. And Kevin Volland.
Oh, it's good play from Schalke and a good save in the end. I think it was Kevin Volland again with that chance. He probably should have scored that one though. They've really worked out an opening well there. And he just goes for power instead of placement. And I think that's the wrong idea. He should have tried to slot it into the far corner. Schalke have a corner. It's a bad, bad ball.
That's the end of that for now.
And they'll be disappointed with that. Ziyech will try and take it out.
Held aloft 2 additional minutes here.
Looking for a run from El Shaarawy. Not really the run that we wanted, to be honest. Disappointing, but he'll take control of it nevertheless. Oh, it's good touch from El Shaarawy. Back onto his left, back onto his right, switching. Not there, and that's full time in the end. A good result. It's Mike Peters that's a difference with an absolute pile driver. Wonder strike from him on his weak foot. And he certainly had a really good game. As has that man, Dusan Tadic, played well in that false nine role. And certainly put himself forward for that opportunity. That is for sure. But a good win. It does mean we have qualified for the knockout stage of the Champions League. So that's really pleasing for sure. We can choose to rest players in the final game against Madrid, should we choose to. So, you know, that's really positive stuff, and we've got to be pleased with the progress that we've made. It was a tough group, it has to be said. Schalke, Atletico Madrid and Shakhtar Donetsk is a tough group. And, you know, I certainly think we've done well to qualify from that. Can we win it? That is the question. In fact, if we have a look at the standings, we might have done it already. As PSV have actually, I think, messed up in their game, only drew. So that means we are currently 5 points clear with a game in hand of them. And if we skip over to the Champions League standings now, we'll see what it's like. Yeah, we have actually won the group as well. So that is massive stuff. Shakhtar and Atletico Madrid only drew. So Madrid will be really disappointed with that. They've had a bad qualifying campaign by their standards, that is for sure. Conceded a lot more than you would associate with them. And as a result, they've got it all to do. They've got to beat us, really. They've got to beat us if they truly want a chance. They can get through with a draw, but it's quite unlikely that would happen with Schalke playing Shakhtar Donetsk. So we'll see how that one goes. Yeah, certainly going to be entertaining as a neutral, and the fact that we can rest our players, that is good for sure. If we have a look at the calendar now, just wondering if I should go through any more games, perhaps simulate the MN game. And if we look here, well, so we've got a round of 16 game, we've got an Utrecht game. I think we'd like to play that one. Maybe we have the cup games, simulate these three. We're going to see how it goes. I think we'll sim the FCMN game though. Just going to make a few changes for that one. See if we can keep striving towards. And I've just seen in the background, you might have noticed it, Danjuma Groeneveld complaining about his role in the team. And this is something that really does annoy me about this game. You know, he's been playing. He's playing constant, you know. And and now he's moaning that he's not getting played. Well, you know, you are. Like, they really do need to sort that out. It's disappointing on their behalf, to be honest. And you know, it's just so annoying. But yeah, he'll be back in the team for that, that's for sure. Ziyech looking a bit tired. Take him out, bring Van der Beek back in. And also, you know what, we'll give Mike Voss an opportunity and put him in the come on as well. In fact, we'll swap them back around, see what he can do as well. Simulate this game. Can we keep our record? With 5 points clear currently of PSV, who have bottled it yet again. And then usually not doing too well. We get a win, 2-0 in the end. Myron Bawano with both the goals. Hassani Bandai picks up an injury. So let's see what that one is saying. If we have a look here, only 9 days, sprained ankle. So you know, it's not too worrying, thankfully. But we do go 8 points clear now in the table. Another win for us. We remain unbeaten in the league. And again, part of the reason why we're simming games, try and make it a little bit more challenging. But so far, so good. If we advance now, I just wonder whether to go through another game really against Breda. Do we sim that one as well, or do we leave it till the next episode? Might as well have a look at these youth squad monthly reports as well. See what players are saying. Really, we've got some good looking players here. We'll release him. He's not making the cut. Elsewhere, releases Jan Peters. Doesn't look like he's going to make the grade either. Oh, got some good players here. He is very close now. Jan van der Meer. He is very, very close. We'll give it one more time. See if he can get his minimum potential up. Same with this Alexander Hendricks as well. If he can get his minimum potential up, he's certainly going to get a promotion. These are very close. Marvin Smits as well. Same story. Same story. We'd just like to leave it as less of a lottery. Same with this Marvin Dahan. If he can get that minimum up. Mike Dykstra dropping a little bit, and we may come to release him soon. So we'll see how that one goes. We've got some scouting updates as well. Let's go through. We just really, what we do here is just sign anyone with 94, and that's it. try and get the best we possibly can. Make it less of a lottery as well. Anyone else under 94, even if they're 93 potential, we do not sign. We only want the best. And on top of that, you know, it just makes it a little bit more challenging as well to find the best players. So, yeah, we go with that. As we've actually filled out the youth squad now. Of course, only a limit of 16, and we've got 3 players to try and bring in here. Just having a look, really, at what we can do. Do we get rid of some players? Perhaps Mike Dykstra. Do we actually make the decision to release him? Yeah, so we do him. Jens Moller, he's gone down to a 91. I guess we can release him as well. Same with Gustav Lund. Release him. He's gone down to a 90. And you know what? We'll go with that. It makes us room to promote these 3 players from the Netherlands. So that is certainly promising for sure. Youth Academy looking good, and I want to try and get as much players in from that as possible. The ones we've had in so far have been underwhelming. Mike Peters has been really the shine of the bunch, and he's certainly put himself as our number 1 holding midfielder. As Jan Brouwer comes to me asking for more time, you know what? Perhaps we should give him that in the next episode. Him or Svensson, of course. The both of them looking to you know, poach their way into the first team. We'll see how that one goes. If we just rotate here a little bit, El Shaarawy can come back in, I guess. Elsewhere, perhaps Yusuf Poulsen. No, actually, we'll keep Boadu in. Van den Berg can come back in. Do we leave it like that, actually? Where's Mike Peters? He's full stamina, so he can come back in. Mike Voss, I guess, as well. In for Koopmeiners, or actually Hakim Ziyech. Leave Koopmeiners on the bench. He's had quite a run of games, actually. We're going to go with that. I think we'll bring Fosu-Mensah in to the centre-back as well. I think we're going to simulate this game as well. We just want to try and get as much games as done as possible. Really get into the season. As I was saying originally, away at NAC Breda, they've drawn 3 in a row. Not anymore, though. They've lost another one. 3-0 in the end. Van Drongelen and Hakim Ziyech with 2, including a penalty. Another good win for us and another clean sheet. Certainly looking solid at the moment, and we are on a real roll. And if we have a look at the messages here, see what else is. Jan Brouwer complaining about playtime. You know, I mean, he's a 64 rated, so what do you expect? You need to get better first. So yeah, that's all there is to it, really. But we're coming up to the Atletico Madrid game now, and I think we are going to leave it there and leave this one for the next episode. I'm undecided if I'm going to play this one or not. Of course, we are 7 points clear. It does have repercussions for the rest of the group, though. Do we want to try and make sure Atletico Madrid don't get through? Because, of course, they are the best rated team. That is a question. I need to think that over as well and see what we're going to do with that. We are going to leave it there, though. We'll have a final look at the league standings to see whereabouts we look. I've gone the wrong way here, but never mind. If we have a look here, 8 points clear, 14 wins out of 15 and 1 draw. We started the episode having conceded 6 goals and having played, I think, 3 or 4 league games. We finished the episode having conceded the exact same amount. So that is what it is. That will, you know, think of that what you will. Again, trying to make it more challenging. It's not particularly working, to be honest, but we're trying all we can. PSV slipping off a little bit as well. It's not even that they've got a bad record. They just really can't keep up with, you know, the one that we've got. Next episode, we've got a few big games. I think we're going to play the FC Utrecht game. We might play Madrid, but I'm unsure at the moment. Likewise, Willem in the Cup. We'll see how that one goes. And then we've got transfer season. So, you know, that's going to be a fairly big one. I think we'll certainly get through all these four games in that episode, and then perhaps start transfer season as well and see what comes up. And then the episode after that, we'll have Feyenoord, we'll have AZ Alkmaar in the games, we'll simulate Willem and MN, so it makes a lot of sense. So we'll go through them, and it's certainly looking good. But we are going to round it off there again, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and if you have made it through to the end, thank you so much for watching. I'm really do appreciate it. I hope you guys are following me, simulating more games, just trying to make it more challenging, and at the same time try and get more games into the episodes, because, you know, I feel like we're not getting through enough, not gaining enough momentum. So let me know what you think of this structure, and you know, I'll try and make amends if and when I can. But on that note, we are going to round it off there. Leave a like on the video if you've enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel for more regular gaming content. Don't forget to give me a follow on Twitter as well, using the Twitter handle at Bromo018. The link for that is in the description, as we talk about all sorts of things, not just the likes of FIFA and PES football, and stuff in general as well. So give me a follow on there. And on that note, I'm Bromo18, and I will see you soon.